Go.
Okay, so the half and half is just about to the simmering point, which is where we want it. The steam starts to increase and you see the bubbles around the top. So I'm gonna set the rubber spatula down and I'm gonna get ready with my whisk. Again, I'll just get the yolks moving so they're nice and liquid. I'll give this just another second here. Okay, so it's ready. I take it straight off the heat, turn the heat off. And now this is gonna be the tempering process. So I'm gonna start to stream the half and half into the yolks while whisking vigorously the whole time. Okay. Now with this pot, I can't pour too slowly, otherwise it'll spill everywhere, but I still do it in a little bit of a slow and steady stream. It's all out, but I'm going to just make sure my yolks are totally incorporated. Okay, that looks good. Then just get that part off there. Now, because I'm using this heavy pot that holds the heat really well, I don't even need to necessarily put it back on the heat at this point. I get everything out of there. I'm gonna whisk it in the pot. Then I'm gonna switch to my rubber spatula. Now, like I said, there's residual heat in the pot, maybe not enough. So I'm gonna put it back on my burner, but I have an electric stove, and so my burner is still hot even though it's off. If you're working with gas, you'd probably have to put the gas on low at this point. And so it's just getting a little bit of heat slowly. You don't want to do this too high. And I keep looking at the back of the rubber spatula to see if it's coating the spoon. The other thing I'm doing with the rubber spatula is because it's flexible, I can get it in what I would say are the corners of the pot and all around the sides and all around the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna turn my burner on just to low to get a little more heat. Keep moving the anglaise. It's still, you can see it runs off the spatula. It's not coating it yet. I'm gonna get this bowl out of the way. Be ready with my water bath or my ice bath. Okay, let's see. I'll give it a little more heat. Okay, I can tell when, just by looking in the saucepan, it's still very thin. You're looking to see, you don't want it to boil. That would probably be too hot, but you do just want to see the liquid thicken. And that's the process that you're looking for. The egg yolks are going to start to thicken with the heat. Okay. Maybe about another minute here. Hang on. Okay, it's just about there. I am going to turn my heat off now because it's still gonna get, okay, and I'm gonna show you. Just give it one more second. We'll let it get a little bit thicker. It's still smooth and creamy. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Then I take this and I'm gonna go straight into my strainer. If you have some in here that looks a little bit thick, it's not chunky, but maybe just leave that in your pot and don't put that in here. Lift up your strainer. The purpose of the strainer is any of the chunks of egg that weren't perfectly smooth get strained out. Okay, we'll go like that. And then don't use the spatula or whatever utensil you used that might have the thicker egg on it. Just get something clean. And there's your anglaise. Okay, and now the last thing I'm gonna do is flavor it with my vanilla extract. And I think for the 16 ounces of half and half, I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And that's that. So now you can, if you have it in the ice bath, you can leave it on the counter as long as it's getting cooled down. As soon as it's cool and it's not burning hot, transfer it to your refrigerator. If it's, the other thing you can do with a small quantity like this is just go straight into the fridge. And then I would recommend giving it a stir every 10 minutes or so for the first half hour, just to make sure it does cool down quickly and the eggs don't continue to cook. And that's your anglaise.